Reporting live with new content, Rita Maria, you're on.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I realized that since I rebranded my channel to become a BookTube channel, I never did the BookTube newbie tag. I do still consider myself a newbie since I've only been in the community for a year. So since I've only been in it for a year, I thought I would officially reintroduce myself to the community. So here is my BookTube newbie tag. So I have the questions all right here on my iPad, so I'm gonna keep them in front of me here while I talk to you guys. So the first question is, what am I currently reading? I'm currently reading Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors, and I just started Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I've been really slow with Blue Sisters, to be honest. I don't know why, but I've been recently developing a habit of starting a new book while I'm reading one already, and I honestly don't like that habit. I like to finish one book at a time. I don't like reading multiple books at the same time because I will tend to finish one book while keeping the other one on standby, and then I'll start another book, and it just like keeps that book on pause, which I don't like because then I'll forget what the book is about. I really need to stop doing that. What is the last book you read? The last book I read was actually an ARC book by an author named Sarah Amanda, and the book is called Always You Again and Again. She actually DM'd me on Instagram asking me, like, she saw like from my page what type of books I like to read, and she told me, hey, like, I wrote this book so and so, these are the tropes, this is what it's about, are you interested in reading it? And I honestly thought they were really interesting, and I was like, yeah, sure, I would love to read it. And she sent it to me, and it actually comes out in September. It was like such a fast read. I finished it so quickly. It's a really short book. I think it's maybe like 200 pages. But yeah, I finished the book quickly. I like one sitting, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I put a review up on my Instagram page, and I reached out to her when I finished the book, and I told her that I really enjoyed it, and she was very sweet. The next question is my all-time favorite book series, and I have a couple. So the first one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I love this series, and I've talked about it multiple times on my channel. The second one is the Windy City series by Liz Tomford. That is Mile High, The Right Move, Play Along, Caught Up. Like, I love these books. Like, such a top tier series, and I 100% recommend. The next one is Rules of the Game. This is by Avery Keelan. This is another great one. Lakefront Billionaires by Lauren Asher. Love it. Such a great one. And also one of my other favorites, Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score. That's another great one. So yeah, 100% recommend all of these. The next question is an author I'd always recommend. I have multiple authors that I will always recommend. Like, these authors are an automatic buy, automatic read, immediately, like no questions asked. And that is Avery Keelan, Ashley Poston, Liz Tomford, Anna Hui, Lauren Asher, Hannah Grace, Kelson Denise Stone, and Lila Sage. They are my favorite authors. Also Grace Riley. I don't know why I forgot to write her here, but she's written some of my favorite books. I adore these authors, and I've actually spoken to a couple of them, and they're all very sweet. Love these authors. Like I said, automatic buy, automatic read. Whatever they write, I read. A book or slash series that I've DNF'd. I've only DNF'd 3 books, and that is Normal People by Sally Rooney. Sorry, I know this is a popular book, and like a lot of opinions are mixed about this book. Some people love it, some people hate it. I didn't like Normal People, but I loved Conversations with Friends. I loved that book, and it's honestly one of my favorites of this year. The next one is Near Miss by Lily Joseph. This was an ARC read that really put me in a slump. This book had potential. I will say this book had potential. It is out. I'm pretty sure it's out, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like it, and by the end of it, I was completely skimming through the book. And then the last one is The Greek Villa by Sue Roberts. This was another ARC, another one that I just was skimming through, did not enjoy it at all. Well, to be honest, the only book that I did not finish, like fully, I didn't reach the end, was Normal People. But like Near Miss and The Greek Villa, because they were ARCs, I had to push through and finish them. But like, I consider them as DNF because I was skimming them. I did not like really read it. I was just because I would read it, and then it would just be like so slow and dragged on. I'm just like going through like, okay, what else? It's just like nothing was there for me. So I do put them in the DNF pile. The next question is a fictional place I'd love to visit. I have a couple. The Windy City series universe. So like the entire universe of the Windy City series. I love that friend group. I love that dynamic. I want to be a part of it. The Maple Hills universe by Hannah Grace. which is Wildfire, Icebreaker, all that. Very cute friend group, very cute dynamics, love it. The Apartment and the 7-Year Slip. I love this book so much. It's one of my favorites of this year. And then the last one is Eloriton, I think I'm saying it right. It's The Small Town and a Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston, who's the same author for the 7-Year Slip. She writes a lot of like magic realism books. But I had recently finished a novel love story and I loved it, and I want to see the small town. I want to live in the small town. Again, also this book, if you haven't read it yet, read it. It's amazing. The next question is an OTP I love. I have 3. There's Isaiah and Kennedy from Play Along by Liz Tomford. There's Chase Carter and Bailey James from Offside by Avery Keelan, and Maverick Miller and Emerson Hartwell from Face Off by Chelsea Curto. Love that book. Love all these books. Love these they're my OTPs. But yeah, I love these couples. I love their dynamics, love their stories, love everything about them, adore them. The next question is my fictional BF. Again, Chase Carter, Isaiah Rhodes, Maverick Miller. No questions asked. The next question is favorite book cover owned. There's actually quite some books I haven't even read yet, but I love the covers. Coco Mellors, I love the way she has her, like how she does her covers. So like Blue Sisters and Cleopatra and Frankenstein, I love the covers for these books. There's a book I have in my TBR. It's called Sirens and Muses by Antonia Angrist. This is a beautiful cover. Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage, and A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. These are all in my TBR. And some of them I've read. I love these covers so much. They're so pretty. The next question is my last disappointing read, and that would be The Near Miss by Lily Joseph. That was an ARC read. The next question is a trope I love to see. I've talked about my favorite tropes. Everyone knows them. Enemies to lovers, found family, sports romance, slow burn. I love seeing these in books. These would automatically make them some of my favorite books. And then the next one is a trope I can't stand, and that is insta love and bully romance. I had recently learned about the stalker trope. FBI, open up! What is wrong with people? Stalker trope. Are you kidding me? There's a lot of, I'm not a dark romance girly, but that genre really tends to kind of tiptoe around that line where it's just crazy at this point. And a lot of people justify some of these things that are happening. Well, some people will tell you like, yes, I read dark romance, but some of them just kind of tend to cross the line a little. But some people are like, oh, but it's just, it's dark romance. That's how it's supposed to be. No. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be reading about these things and thinking, oh, this is so cute, this is so nice. No, please, I beg of you. The next question is favorite book movie adaptation. Some of these aren't movies, well, most of them. Daisy Jones and the Six, I keep rewatching the show. It's immediately become one of my comfort shows. The Summer I Turned Pretty, love it. Love a summer vibe. The Fault in Our Stars, this was like the OG book adaptation for like people my age. Like I think that was like one of the first, from what I remember, the book adaptation movies, and like Twilight, other than Twilight actually, because I didn't know they were books at the time. I just knew that they were movies. But yeah, like the Fault in Our Stars, I recently rewatched it and I don't know why I torture myself like this and I was crying my eyes out. Another one that I recently watched, new series for A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Can I say that I'm disappointed? I am disappointed by it. It didn't have that same feel that the books had. I don't know, it was missing something. It wasn't bad, it was just like missing something. If I were to rate it out of 10, I would probably give it like a 6. It wasn't bad, and I noticed from what I remember that they changed some things from the books. So if you were to pick whether reading first or watching the series first, I would definitely recommend reading the books first, because you get the full story, like the way it should be, the way it's meant to be, because they definitely changed some things in the show. So yeah, I would 100% recommend you read the books first, because you will love the books. There hasn't been one person who's read these books that I know that didn't like them. Everyone loved them. Everyone was like clinging to the books, just trying to finish it, just like to see what's gonna happen next. It's such a good series. I don't feel like the TV series really did it justice. And then the last question is top 6 books you read this year. Now, I'm gonna tell them out right now. The first one is The Silent Patient. I love this book. The 7-Year Slip, Offside, Open Water, play along, and a novel love story. These are my top 6 books of this year. Those are the ones that I've read so far, so this could change. So that is it for my booktube newbie tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!